Man, been a while since I made a video. I'm Tom, the used car dealer, and today's story is about me taking in a 2012 Ford Edge that I completely screwed the pooch on. I didn't test drive the car, which is a huge mistake. It was late at night, we were closed, it was dark, I was here alone. I just took their word for it that, oh yeah, she runs good. Yeah, well, the engine does run good. Problem is the transmission's out, so that was a problem. Then 2 or 3 days later, I went to type the VIN information into the state to show that I'd purchased the car, and it's flagged by DPS. Well, not DPS, DMV. Why is it flagged? Because it's owner retained salvage, and they didn't get a salvage title. They just handed me the regular title, so I can't register or sell this car until I get a rebuilt title. Now, a rebuilt title isn't really a problem. I do these all the time, and I've got videos showing you how to do them. The problem is the time. I want to turn this thing over fast, and now I can't. So it's got a bad transmission. It's got a bad title. I don't know if you can tell. It's got a good hit in the quarter panel, which is why it was an insurance total. So what are we going to do with this car? Well, guys, I own a shop. If you're a car flipper and you get a shitty car, or if you're a used car dealer and you've got a mechanic and you take in something in trade that's really not worth anything, if you sent it to the auction, you'd get $400 or $500 for it and then pay an auction fee. So today, this car is getting stripped and sold on eBay. So in an ideal world, would I want to be parting out cars and putting them on eBay and waiting a month to get my money back? Absolutely not. But you know what I like better than that is not losing money. And I gave these people $800 in trade, I believe, for this car. So in my world, I can't just take my lick and move on. I can't title it. I am going to get my $800 back. The shop's a little bit slow right now, so my guys aren't going to probably exceed their guarantee, so it's not costing me any extra labor. And we'll get the parts stripped. Yep, it's going to take time to get them listed, put on eBay. eBay takes a percentage. But at the end of the day, we have pulled way, way more than $800. We probably have pulled $2,000, $1,500. I don't know. I'll add it up and get back to you in a later video. All right, well, we're making progress. I got my calculator out this morning, and I have passed $800 in net sales on this hoopty. So she's probably not much longer for this world. I got the engine listed for sale, and I actually even put it on eBay, as a matter of fact, just to get rid of it. We're hoping we can get the engine pulled, and we're waiting to pull the rest of this stuff because we want people to be able to hear the engine run before we pull it. We feel like that would help it sell. And then we'll pull the engine, pull the ABS module, keep the battery, sell the random pieces off the front of this, and then we will have the scrap metal guy come pick her up. So like I mentioned before, this is not the ideal way to make money, but between the title getting me screwed, the transmission getting me screwed, the ugly dent, I just messed up. So this is one of the ways that our shop recoups our money when we need to. Is what it is. There's your update. I'll give you final numbers when we get it sold off. Dawned on me this weekend while I was sitting at home that I haven't filmed any more about this Ford Edge. We are down to the last little bit. I sold the engine this weekend, so we have to pull this engine out. The gentleman's going to come back next weekend and pick up said engine. Then we'll take out a few more parts. Believe it or not, the reservoir will sell, the windshield washer reservoir will sell, the air cleaner will sell. We'll keep the battery for another car, and we'll yank the ABS module because those are big money on these cars. Then what's left of this car, off to the junkyard. Okay, we're down to the second to last clip on the Edge video. Man, this has been a long process. So you will see there, said engine is out. Customer has already paid a deposit on the engine. He's paying $800 for it. He came out, he heard it run, gave us the $400 deposit, and he's coming back to pick it up now that it's out. The car is up on the lift, ready for the scrap metal buyer to come roll his trailer underneath the car. and then we will get it out of here, and then we have one more outside for him to do, and then we got one more we're going to strip. Now I'm going to show you what I made on this whole deal after the fact. It's really not worth the money. Well, yeah, I guess it's worth the money, but compared to just buying a car, fixing a car, and selling a car, this was a lot of work. I've sold a bunch of parts on eBay. I got a bunch of parts still on eBay for this car, and I'm going to probably get $100 or something for the carcass, $800 for the engine. You'll remember I kind of hosed myself. I took this in on trade. I didn't test drive it, and it turns out that it had a bad transmission. I could have dealt with that. Had body damage, I would have just sold it like it was. And then I find out that the seller had a salvage title and didn't disclose that and handed me a regular title. Only when I typed it into the computer to show the state that I bought it did I become aware it was not a regular title that I could use. So, next scene up, I'll get all the numbers together. I'll show you how we did on it. All right, first video to actually film with my new iPhone 17 Pro Max, which is a business expense. So if my accountant is watching, I'm legit, right? This is what I use the phone for. Anyway, so the edge is gone now. The scrap metal guy came, kind of laughed at me, basically said, hey, when there's no motor, no transmission, you've stripped all this stuff off of this car. I usually just pick them up for free. Well, that's fine with me. I mean, this guy is a good guy. He's always fair with my whole cars, so I'm not too upset about it. So the edge is gone. It's out of my bay. Now you want to know how much did I make. So let me start with my eBay stuff. And I put it up on the screen, but basically I sold $1,781 online from this car. That includes the motor because the guy found me online. So he's already paid a $400 deposit. He's coming back